Kia ora, nau mai, hara mai, hello and welcome. Saturday night hoops, Sal's NBL, not too far away. Sky Broadband Rapid League coming your way. TSB Stadium here in New Plymouth. The Airs at home to the Jets. A North Island battle. Great to have you with us, Justin Nelson and Crystal Ledger Walker, for some Saturday night entertainment. How are you?
I am very good, thank you. Very excited to watch this matchup in Rapid League today.
Always a bit of a battle too between the Airs and the Jets, nearby neighbours. There is the Sky Broadband Rapid League ladder. The Tuatara with a win earlier today. Look at those Giants flying high at the moment.
They are, and obviously one of those losses coming to the Airs when they decided to have a little bit of a strategic Rapid League lineup.
And the Jets, can they get their first win of this brand new competition here tonight in New Plymouth? Let's have a look at the Jets starters, because there's been a bit of shuffling amongst this roster through the week, including the trade window. Josh Taranaki comes in from the Saints, and we're going to see a fair bit of him in green tonight. Lafayette, Scott, Stent and gold. But how about that trade? Taranaki in new colours.
Yeah, he absolutely dominated in Rapid League for the Saints, so it'll be really exciting to see what he can do today for the Jets and how he gels and fits in with his new team. Starters
for the home team, and they are a deep squad, aren't they? Tobias Cameron, Nico Hill, Jordi Hoata, of course Quinton Bailey and Daron Rakawa bringing the experience. And it's a very, very formidable lineup in Taranaki this season.
Yeah, it is. I absolutely love the way Tobias Cameron plays. Super physical, gets himself to the rim, and someone that also stands out for me in this Rapid League team for the Airs is Nico Hill.
Chemist Warehouse head-to-head, and the two big stats here, Crystal, no doubt, points per game, high scoring. The Jets obviously right down the bottom of the list. And the team turnovers, this Airs team really looks after the ball. The Jets need to look after the ball.
Yeah, and they might be in a little bit of trouble today because the Airs do play great defence and they will get after it and get in the lanes.
Coin officials for this one, Saturday night hoops, Sasha Nicholson, Amy Jo Clark and Kobe Lucas. Sal's NBL coming up a little later between the Airs and the Jets. And I think we're going to see some fireworks tonight. James Moores comes in for the Jets, been playing over in the Netherlands. He'll make his Sal's NBL debut tonight. The boy from Westlake, of course. And I think all Jet supporters are really looking forward to seeing their big new forward.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. The coach was very excited about his return to New Zealand, and obviously comes from a very strong basketball family up here in Auckland.
And of course the Jets have been in the news, not just for the incoming Josh Taranaki, but just hours after the trade window closed, they released Troy Baxter Jr.
Yeah, massive missing piece for them. Obviously was a standout in last year's competition, and once again was a highlight machine this year. So it'll be interesting to see how they go without him on their roster.
The team in the lighter green get the opening possession in this Sky Broadband Rapid League team, and they can score quickly. Great to see Rakawa out there. Broke his nose last week. Bailey underneath, loves that little baby hook, and he gets the opening points of the game.
Yeah, great way for the Airs just to run through their stuff, get it to someone big inside, and a great finish.
Campbell Scott, seen a lot of him this season. Exciting young 20-year-old out of Fielding. Sends it down to Lafayette, starting in the Rapid League tonight. Can't put it away, second effort, maybe. Goes the reverse, and this time gets the roll.
Yeah, the Jets have a lot of physical guys in there, obviously, with the addition of Josh to their team. They certainly will play a physical game.
Well, Taranaki was averaging just under 10 points a game with the Saints in Rapid League. Here's Tobias Cameron.
He can absolutely light it up from outside. Him and his brother, both are great three-way scorers, can get it done from outside and can also get themselves to the rim.
Good start. Campbell Scott, speaking of shooters, he gets it to the basket, draws the foul on Nico Hill, and he's off to the Chemist Warehouse tonight.
I'm sure he's feeling very confident. Obviously, he kind of announced himself to the league the last time they matched up when Rentoy went out with an injury and his number got called, really.
Yeah, and of course he's played a lot of big minutes since then, hasn't he, Crystal? He thrust into that starting lineup, and gee, we saw him have some really big games through that stretch. He's back playing off the bench now with Quishorn Lane, the new import point guard for the Jets, who started his career here in New Zealand last week. We're going to see a lot more of him tonight. No doubt fresher legs.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, a little bit more comfortable. It's always hard coming in for that first game in a new place. So excited to see how he goes. But yes, Campbell Scott absolutely went on a little bit of a run. Obviously scored a career high of 10 points the last time these two teams matched up, and then went on to have a new career high of 28 points versus the Nuggets. So
yeah, what a game that was.
Yeah, a lot of improvement there.
Boyata scored at one end. Tobias Cameron sends that straight back down the other end. What a block that was. Bailey has it stripped. Cameron picks it up. Look out. Daron Rakawa. Down it goes.
Hand down, man down. Rokoa can definitely light it up from outside.
Not sure if you saw last week's game between the Airs and the Sharks. It's great to see Daron was all smiles after getting his nose disjointed sideways.
Yeah, no, that does not sound fun at all, and it did not look great. But he does always have a smile on his face, and, you know, got a little bit of TV time for that as well. So
got a lot of TV time, didn't he? Campbell Scott pulls up for three. This is a hot start by the Airs. Out by 8. Look out, back to back. Yes, indeed, Daron.
Right, little heat check for himself. Got to find him and pick him up early.
Just like that, home team is out by 11. Inside 3 minutes, mind you, as well.
And that's the tough thing about Rapid League as well. Coaches can't call timeouts, can't make those adjustments and give your team a little reset. Players have to make that adjustment themselves and, you know, have the IQ to realise that Daron's hit 2 back-to-back.
Here they come again. Boyata on the reverse. 17 points already. What an amazing start. They keep this up, they're on track for a world record 68.
We did say that they were a high-scoring team.
I think the Rams still hold that record, Crystal, at 52. Oh, don't tell me. Oh, Daron lighting it up tonight. 3 from 3. What a start.
He is feeling good. He's come out. He's like, you know what? I needed this nose broken ages ago. I feel great.
They've put 20 on the board. Scott, tough shot. Maybe some more points here for the Airs. They got the numbers. Down it goes. Tobias Cameron. Oh, wow. What a start tonight by the Airs. 22 in 4 minutes. And Tobias with the big flush on the buzzer.
They are hyped up, and for good reason. Look at him get up and putting it down.
Oh, some exciting stuff here tonight in New Plymouth. Crowd shuffling in early for the Sky Broadband Rapid League. And I want to put it on record right now, Crystal Ledger Walker, that is the best Sky Broadband Rapid League quarter we have seen this season.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. This is for sure one of the best starts in Rapid League I have ever seen.
Get the pizzas out. Saturday night hoops. The large 5 boroughs, just $25 from Sal's. There's the online code. That's available till next Tuesday. And gee, I'll tell you what, there's some lads in lime green at the moment earning themselves some Sal's pizzas.
Yeah, definitely got some Sal's pizzas coming their way.
Chemist Warehouse stats. Have a listen to this. Rakawa has 9. Tobias Cameron has 5. There's no change to the Airs team, no subs in that first quarter. In fact, there was hardly a whistle. In fact, the Jets didn't make a change either. Was there a whistle in that first quarter? I can't remember one.
Yeah, no, that looked... Oh, no, we did have one at the start. Campbell Scott got to the line.
That's it. That's the only whistle we had in 4 minutes. It's going to be one of those nights. The Airs haven't missed a shot. 9 of 9 in the opening quarter. Jets are 2 of 7. Blistering stuff. That's why it's called the Rapid League. And that's the second whistle of the game.
Well, we like free-flowing basketball. It's always great to see. And when teams are making their shots, even better.
6 assists for those 9 made field goals in the opening quarter as well. Hot stuff from the airs. Oh, maybe Campbell Scott just a hand in the back there.
Yeah, we're seeing this Jets team, they really need to pick it up on defense, obviously, with these airs scoring so much. But obviously a lot of adjustments to be made with this team, having some new additions and not much time to get used to each other.
Of course, last time the airs were at home, last Sunday. Oh, Tobias Cameron, deep 2 from the corner. Made that look very, very easy, didn't he?
Yes, very pretty footwork, got his defense to back up and got that perfect looking shot up.
It was Mother's Day, of course, last Sunday when the airs took on the Sharks. I was thinking of you, your first Mother's Day, of course.
Yes, first Mother's Day.
How was it?
It was good. Baby's not obviously old enough to do or say anything yet, but...
Didn't cook you breakfast?
No, not yet.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Lambert scoring for the Jets moments ago. Gets them up to double digits. Hard pass, well done. Taranaki chips in, takes it away. And the Jets maybe with a little bit of a purple patch here as Josh Taranaki makes his first big move in green this season, having started for the Saints this year through the opening 7 rounds. Trade window, of course, has come and gone. And I think the teams would have learnt a fair bit in year number 1.
Yeah, definitely some interesting moves made in the trade window and some teams that just, sat on the outside and watched. So I'm sure that they're already, having some thoughts of what they wish they would have done. An exciting trade window.
It's all about the future, isn't it? Keep building step by step, learn your way through it, and I think some teams will approach it pretty differently next year, which is always the case when something comes up for the first time.
Yeah, definitely. There's some trades that I wish I could have seen, or some additions to teams, especially those at the bottom of the ladder.
Always easy for us in the media though, isn't it?
Right.
Speculating. We like to think we're GMs at the best of times. Margin at 14 here, midway through the second. Nico Hill, one of the best in the business, Sky Broadband Rapid League. Adam firing away from deep. And back come the Jets. Jonty Cowles all the way to the hoop. He'll be rewarded with a trip to the Chemist Warehouse line. What have you made of the start to this second quarter, Crystal? And more so from the Jets just trying to lock in and settle things down a little bit.
Yeah, and I love how aggressive they are to try get to the rim and, force the airs to play them straight up, and they've earned themselves a trip to the line, which is, or should be, some easy points for them.
Jonty Cowles averages 4 points a game in this shortened version. Brand new innovation, of course. Played nowhere else around the world other than here in New Zealand, and it actually started in Tauihi in 2023. The men a little bit slower to the table on this one, but for the first time, mind you.
Oh, we like to lead the way as women, so...
You played a lot of Sky Broadband Rapid League last season as well.
I did. And yeah, it was very different, I must say. I've never played anything like that before.
Tell us about some of the differences that you experienced, because you played plenty of minutes. You actually played big minutes in both.
Yeah, I did. I was very lucky, I'll say, to be able to play in Rapid League, get myself warmed up, and then, yeah, jump straight into the main game. But yeah, we got a little bit strategic. Obviously, some of the rules were different last year, and we had imports playing, and the competition, the way coaches thought about it was different. But like all good things, obviously the league reflected and changed some things up to make it better and suitable for all.
And is it just the nature of the beast that you see the minutes tick down on the clock so quickly that you invariably play quicker? Because it seems quicker.
Yeah, you do, and you don't run as many sets. Obviously, like we already mentioned, coaches don't have as much of an input, and there are younger, faster, less experienced players that play in the Rapid League, and they don't necessarily always slow the game down or those things. So it does just inevitably end up a lot faster.
So what you're trying to say is there's no bad shots and the coaches aren't there to rip you off.
Right, exactly that, and yeah, kind of have the freedom of it all.
There's the Sky Broadband FIBA starter, $30 a month for the first 3 months. It's a great deal. Jump on board. Offer ends June 30. skybroadband.co.nz. So the Jets have certainly settled this one down. It was a hot start tonight. The Airs 22-7 in the opening 4 minutes. Been a little bit harder to come by the points in this second quarter. Hakaya Lambert at the line leaves that one well short. And just the fact that players like Simon Lafayette and Campbell Scott playing Sky Broadband rapidly tonight, the Jets have changed things up for the Sal's NBL. James Moores comes in, of course. Quishorn Lane, the import point guard, will play his second game tonight. Lachlan Crate gets a start tonight for the Jets.
Yeah, a few changes into this lineup, so exciting to see what they'll do.
Tataga Laval knocked away by Morgan Trott.
And I think a great thing also about this Rapid League was with the trade window, obviously these players got a little bit more exposure to coaches and other teams as well in this league to show what they can do.
Lafayette finishes off the glass, hand in the back, Quentin Bailey, so that'll send Simon Lafayette to the Chemist Warehouse stripe. We should say in that Josh Tataga Laval trade, Dov Silverstein, the young 17-year-old guard, went the other way to the Saints, and he is a Wellington boy, so certainly the Saints thinking about the future there.
Yeah, for sure. And that's, you know, the Saints are a very deep and they have a very experienced roster, so it's great to keep developing and keep that culture strong there.
Silverstein, I should say, with a B. Here's Campbell Scott settling things down. Margin is back to 9, so they've battled back pretty well here. Lafayette inside. Good contest with Morgan Trott. Hill spinning to the basket. The 24-year-old is having a wonderful season in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Nico Hill, one of the best, 10 points a game, showing his class there. Yeah,
and he absolutely just set his defense up for that move. You know, they went across a little bit too much, got them on his hip and just spun back for an easy layup.
And you mentioned the experience that these players build out of this Rapid League format. Nico Hill stepped out in the Sal's NBL last week, career high 15 points.
Yeah, not surprised at all. Like I mentioned, he is absolutely dominated in this Rapid League and yeah, scores at ease against these players, so not surprised that he was able to go to the main game and translate there.
Campbell Scott with the miss. Dying seconds, player timeout called. Smart move by the Airs. They'll advance the ball here and get something up late. Again, speaking of innovations, and it's yet another one that started in Tohi back in 2022, the player timeouts.
Yeah, and you know, great for the point guards of teams to be able to meet with their teams, huddle up, see who wants to take the last shot, who's feeling hot, and come to a team agreed play. So
what you're trying to say, it was usually your voice in those player timeout huddles?
Well, that we did see, you know, Xavier Adams, a point guard, call that timeout, high IQ player.
Gets the pass in. Oh, Morgan Trott was running straight through the middle there. Obviously a set play to go to Daron Orakawa, but Quentin Bailey, I think he may have missed his teammate Morgan Trott, cutting straight towards the basket.
Yeah, he did, but hey, Daron Orakawa has had 3 threes already in this first half, so not a bad option to go to him either.
So half-time here, Sky Broadband Rapid League, Jets coming back in that second quarter. But what a start from the Airs tonight, leading 27-15. And as you said, Daron Orakawa, as he should be, as an experienced campaigner, starring.
Yeah, him and Tobias Cameron absolutely came out feeling confident and comfortable in this Rapid League game, getting it done early for the Airs.
As we have a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats, Nico Hill, we've already sung his praises, also handing out some dimes in this one tonight. A couple of blocks either end, some good blocks too. And there's a look at the steals. Team rebounds, the Airs with 10, the Jets with 5. Airs scoring at a 68% clip, the Jets at 33%. And 12 points already in the paint in this one for the Taranaki Airs. Official stats partner of the Sal's NBL, Chemist Warehouse. Great to have them with us in 2024. Crystal Ledger Walker in the house tonight, part of our commentary team right throughout season 2024. How have you settled in behind the microphone? We're usually calling your name out there.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm too settled in on this side. I still get, itchy watching these players play and, super excited from a player's perspective. I love watching Mitch McCarron from this Airs team. He is someone that I wish I could play like.
He's back tonight, by the way. He'll be playing.
Great, exciting. Love seeing him and love seeing the way that he directs his team. So definitely on this side of the mic, I'm still watching these games and, taking things that I can learn and implement into my own game as a player.
Saw some junior New Zealand teams announced during the week, boys and girls, I think under 17s for memory, and pretty sure I saw another Ledger Walker in there.
Yes, shout out to Nika Ledger Walker. I'm sure she's watching this game, and good luck to her team when they head to China later in June.
Is there anything you lot can't do? One after the other. Tataga Laval turning it over on the pass. Jonty Kells was the target. Dare I ask, out of the three of you, who's the best?
I will say...
Don't do it. No, don't do it. I'm going to cause arguments here. Don't do it. I shouldn't have done that. Daron Rakawa from the corner. You were going to answer then for a minute, weren't you?
I was, and I was definitely going to say myself.
Third quarter. Tobias Cameron looking to set up Xavier Adam. In fact, it's Jordi Hoyata, who in the end, good enough to put the basket down. Nice move.
Yeah, went and finished on the other side of the rim. Made it a little bit more difficult, but went in nonetheless.
Kells checks his feet. That one in and out. Here's Hoyata again. Busy. They settle. Rakawa. Hoyata steps around Lafaele. Nowhere to go, hands it off. Adam inside, circus shot. Hoyata comes up with it. Boy, oh boy, he's had his fingerprints over all of it in this third quarter.
Yeah, he is active and getting himself on the boards. And just getting his team extra possessions.
6 points for Jordi Hoyata. Xavier Adam with the bleach blonde hair. Tobias Cameron steps back for three. Now Scott. The boy from Fielding hands it over to Jackson Stent. Nice little jumper from the Chemist Warehouse.
Yeah, and great pocket pass from Scott to get it to him.
Margin at 14. Tobias Cameron went back to Jordi Hoyata twice then. Now he goes at it himself. Tough shot from there. Lafaele plucks it out of the air. Getting back after it, Cameron. Adam inside. Morgan Trott, good basket, Airs.
Yeah, the Airs playing some great offensive basketball right now.
They're doing it at both ends, aren't they? Making it tough for the Jets. Scott pulls up. Oh, banks it in. Campbell Scott.
Count it.
And he's a player that we know can shoot from downtown as well. You mentioned that 28-point game from earlier this season.
Yes, and we've absolutely seen him be efficient on the outside and play great defense there to work hard and get around. Can he do it again? Just a little bit off. But no, he's definitely lit it up from outside all season long.
Speaking about lighting things up from outside, that's his fourth of the game.
Right on cue. He's like, know my name.
4 triples tonight in the Sky Broadband Rapid League for Daron Rakawa. He moves up to 12 points, game high on the edge of three-quarter time. GJ Gardner Holmes replay. He's done that a few times over the years.
He sure has. He's been around. He's played for a lot of different teams. and definitely knows how to get it done.
Played for the Airs, of course, at the 2020 Showdown, the bubble in Auckland. And he was fantastic in that competition. I think runner-up MVP on the season behind Tom Vodanovic. Nico Hill on the contest, sends it back out. Oh, sneaky look, Daron was right there. Has Richards in front of him. What about the pass?
Yeah, great pass, great vision, and a great seal from Bailey down low.
38-20. Record is 52. Block right on the buzzer for Nico Hill, and that'll do us through 3. The Airs on their way to win number 6. Currently sitting 5th on the ladder, 5 wins, 4 losses. The Jets, unfortunately for them, yet to score a win in the inaugural season of the Sky Broadband Rapid League.
But I'm not too disheartened for them. They have got some new pieces in this Jets team, and it does take time to gel and, you know, get used to your teammates.
Good to see Trent Adam there on the coaching staff for the Taranaki Airs, alongside Sam McKinnon. Trent Adam, well known to Airs fans in the coaching ranks, having held the clipboard, the whiteboard, for a few years.
Yeah, he is a great coach. I know he's always had a great scout. I played against him back in high school when he was coaching the New Plymouth girls team, and I think they won a national championship there.
Glad you pointed that out. I thought for a minute you were talking about playing against him. You would have run rings around him though, surely.
Yeah, no, I'd probably have a better chance, or, you know, age-wise going against Xavier Adams.
We spoke about your younger sister before. There is Trent Adam. What about the middle sister, Charlize? How's she? I know she's going through some rehab at the moment.
She is, but has re-signed with UCLA, so new school for her. And very exciting times, and yet she's working on her rehab, get her knee right, and
going to be a Bruin.
She will.
Did you know that a Bruin was a Bear before she joined UCLA?
No, I did. Well, I knew the Bruins obviously when I was at Washington State, so before she signed there, but before UCLA, no, I had never heard the word Bruin.
Wonderful campus, and we look forward to seeing Charlize back out on court. Hopefully in the not too distant future. Daron, that one comes up short, battling for it. Nico Hill did well there.
Yeah, such a great IQ for the ball, has a great knack of going and getting it. We've seen him already assist a lot tonight. Can he get it done scoring-wise? We'll see.
Wasn't too far away. He's got 5 in the game. Tataga Lavau swings it out to the corner. Lambert for 3, nice shot.
Watched Lambert last year in the secondary school national competition. He was the leading scorer for the A schools and absolutely dominated in the paint in that competition. It was great to watch.
Good to see him getting an opportunity here for the Jets. Hill inside Bailey, loads of experience there. He's fouled. Gee, it's handy for these young players when you've got the likes of Daron Urakawa and Quentin Bailey. There's the Lambert basket. Made it look easy.
Yeah, and a great setup from Josh on that one as well. And that's where I think he really excels, is in transition, getting himself to the rim and drawing a lot of attention.
I think we'll see a little bit of Tataga Lavau tonight for the Jets in the NZNBL. Certainly more than we got to see him at the Saints. I think he was averaging just over a minute a game there this season.
Yeah, tough kind of team to get on the court with. Obviously very talented, a lot of experience with the Saints. But I'm sure he's learnt a lot and will have a lot to bring back to this Jets team.
And I spoke to Saints GM Jordan Mills during the week. Of course, the Saints get a salary cap boost, so too the Jets, because they had an incoming player, and we saw the same with the Bulls and the Tuatara during the trade window. But they also wanted to see Josh play more basketball. So I thought it was a win-win-win. A win for the Jets. They get another competitive forward coming in. A win for the player because he's going to play more, and a win for the Saints because they get a bump in their salary cap as well, should they wish to use it. So it was just one of those trades where I think everyone came out a winner.
Yeah, well, that's great to hear that the GM's also, you know, thinking about his players' best interest in that as well.
Margin at 13 midway through the last here. Nico Hill with the sore right wrist out of that drive to the basket and foul. Here he is at the coloured stripe. First one's a miss. Saturday night hoops in New Plymouth. Here's in the Jets. Sells NBL still to come later this evening. Second one is good. And they move closer to the 40s. They do average 39 points a game in the Rapid League, the Airs, so they're right on that now. Calves. Corner, Stent for three.
And there's a little smile running back down the court on defense.
The Jets average 28 a game, so they're right on that at the moment as well. Whose ball? It's going to be the Jets here. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. They just hit one from the other corner through Lambert. And there's Jackson Stent.
Yeah, he was sitting there set, waiting. That shot was going up as soon as he got the ball.
Tia Frost working the sidelines for the Jets. Another one of the good things about this Sky Broadband Rapid League, Crystal, is no doubt you've noted as well, but we get to see a lot of the assistant coaches.
Yes, not just development for the players, but development for the coaches as well, which is awesome because, you know, a lot of the time the assistant coaches are doing a lot of the scouting or recruiting and not necessarily coaching as much. So it's great that they get to do it here, and potentially when they go into that head coaching role, they'll have some experience.
They get used to the cameras and the microphones and all those sorts of things as well. Nice move from Jonty Calves. Brings it back to 9. Respectable when you consider it was a 22-7 start. Getting up, Nico Hill.
Yeah, I thought he was going to put that one down. We've definitely seen him do it multiple times this season.
Oh, he does get up at the other end defensively. Slipped as he came down. We'll keep an eye on him, Nico Hill. Excellent defense with the block. And hopefully he's up and going. He is. And ready to get busy at the offensive end as well. Doing it all right now, Nico Hill.
Yeah, his teammates just waited for him to come down. Gave him the ball straight back because he earned it and got himself back to the line.
Who have been some of your favourite players so far this season in the Sky Broadband Rapid League? Because there's a lot of young guns here that you would have seen a fair bit of.
Yeah, for sure. I love, like I mentioned, Nico Hill in this Rapid League. I think he's really stood out right from the start. Drew Leo out of the Bulls is another favourite of mine. And also Isaac Davidson. I can't forget his Rapid League buzzer beater.
Yeah, what a win that was against the Tuatara. I'm not sure if you saw Isaac Davidson on Wednesday night out at Hawke's Bay. What a big game he had for the Bulls against the Hawks. 7 triples in the first half. Yeah,
shooter. You have to find him. He's always, you know, been a sniper, can knock it down. And he's just so smooth when he does it.
Stent. And now dying seconds here. Both teams still with their player timeout. Every point counts, of course. Airs headed for victory. Started on fire. Inside. Huerta had a great second half here tonight. And that'll do us. So a win for the Airs to get us underway here in New Plymouth this evening. Saturday night hoops. Sky Broadband Rapid League win 44-30. And of course these two teams will take a quick break now, and the Sal's NBL not too far away. Chemist Warehouse stats, take us through them, Crystal.
Yeah, Tyrone Lokoa absolutely got it going from outside, lit it up, had 3 from 3 in the first half, and he was great. Huerta was great on the glass and getting his team extra possessions, working hard for his team. Obviously, we saw Scott back in the Rapid League. He's dropped out of the starting lineup, so awesome to see him back in with this second lineup with the Jets.
Quentin Bailey, Morgan Trott, Jordi Huerta, plenty of rebounds. Xavier Adam, good young guard, leading the way with the assists tonight. And there's the blocks, including that last big one from Nico Hill. some steals for both teams as well. Good win in the end for the Airs. They started with 22 points in the opening 4 minutes. They end with 44 and get the win over their visitors tonight. 44-30, 1 down, but don't go away. Coming up, Sal's NBL action, the Airs, the Jets. Always love a matchup between these two nearby rivals. After the break, we'll look at some highlights from earlier this season in the Sal's NBL, and then we'll be straight back here to TSB Stadium. The Airs and the Jets coming up tonight in the Sal's NBL.
Shane is Manawatū Jets to the home of the Taranaki is we played the Jets in the early rounds and we comfortably won their game. So tonight it's up to the Manawatū Jets to put on their streamline, to booster up those engines on all the areas that they're feeling get better now. We'll soon find out how it's done again. Let's get a bit behind that team. Let's make as much noise as we can, because we will pay the fine.
Basketball is a movie, and every game is a blockbuster. E for excitement, entertainment, energy, and epic. Cells NBL 2024 is rated E.
Help me up, never let it fall. Help me roll like an animal. Back to the bone. Watch out, 'cause I'm in my zone. I don't care what you think you got.
Kia ora, no mai, hara mai, hello and welcome to TSB Stadium in New Plymouth. Saturday night hoops in the Sal's NBL Round 8 action. Taranaki airs at home to the Manawatū Jets. Great to have you with us wherever you may be watching across New Zealand and also right around the world. Justin Nelson with you, Crystal Ledger Walker beside me. Great to see you. Happy Mother's Day for last week. Hope you're well. And I'm looking forward to this one tonight.
Yes, I'm very excited to see this matchup. I'm excited to see this new Jets team who have added a couple pieces and lost a key piece.
Yeah, some news out of the Jets, lots of it during the week. Here's the mixandpick.com vote for tonight. Who's going to win? And at the moment, very heavily slated towards the Airs. Come on, Jets fans, get in and have your say. There's the QR code. There's some Sal's pizzas up for grabs. And don't forget, throughout the second half, we'll be talking MVPs as well for the game and your chance to win some more Sal's and have your say. Sal's NBL ladder. This is how it sits at the moment. Tuatara getting the win this afternoon. A little bit shaky at times against the Sharks, but they've completed the southern swing with 2 and they lead the way rather comfortably.
Yeah, that was an exciting game to watch earlier today. Obviously, the Sharks came out and had something to prove, but the experience of the Tuatara just got them along in the end.
Airs with a chance to jump up if they can get a win here tonight. The Jets, 1-8 season. Boy, would they like to cause the upset tonight here in New Plymouth. Games coming up, Bulls and the Saints tomorrow. Rapid League tipping off from 12, Sal's NBL from 1. That game also live and free on Sky Open. That'll be an absolute beauty. Giants in the Fire tomorrow night. Giants at home. Big winners over the Saints. What a win that was last week over the Saints. Airs and the Hawks tip us all off in round 9 on Wednesday. Your thoughts tomorrow, Bulls and Saints?
Oh, I am a Saints fan. Don't know how they are going to go without Hiram. But obviously with the Bulls, Isaac Davidson just had a massive game for them. So if he can come back and do that, yeah. it's up for anyone.
Well, let's have a look at the Jet starters for this one here tonight. And as you said, Crystal, they've had some changes during the week. Troy Baxter Jr., they've released him. Josh Tautaga-Lavau's been traded in from the Saints. And James Moores, 206 centimetre forward, 24-year-old out of Auckland. He's back in the country, first time in the Sal's NBL, on debut tonight. Looking forward to seeing him.
Yeah, super excited to see him. Obviously had a very great career over in college at Colorado State University. And yeah, excited to see what he can do in this league.
Lachlan Craik gets a start, and Quashawn Lane, point guard American, in his second game tonight. Coach, of course, is Manawatū Taufale. Let's go and have a chat with him now.
Natu, some big changes for the Jets this week. Talk us through the release of Troy Baxter Jr. and on the flip side, tell us what we can expect from Kiwi forward, James Moores.
Okay, I'll start with James Moores. Positives. Yeah, James has been playing in Europe. He's finally got back, so we're excited for him. His first time playing in the NBL in New Zealand, playing back home. So, yeah, he provides us with a big and an inside presence that we haven't had in the first 9 games, so we're excited about that. Still, he's a bit tired from 2 days of travelling, so we're keen to get him on the floor and hopefully he'll help us with the rebounding battles and also being able to score inside for us.
And the Airs have a number of key guns, 2 of those being Sam Froling and Flynn Cameron. How will you go about slowing them down tonight?
Yeah, major challenge because those guys are really tough in transition. Froles runs the floor really well and that's going to be a challenge for us. So we've really got to jam a lot on offense and prevent them from getting out, leaking out and getting easy hoops in transition. But plus he's also a great scoring threat on the inside. So a real handful for us and I hope we get our coverages right tonight. If we do that, at least we'll be able to compete with them for some part of the game.
I actually like that from Natu, Crystal, just the fact that he brushed over the Troy Baxter Jr. and went straight to the positives and, what's gone is gone.
Right, yeah. Time to move forward, look ahead. Like I said, yeah, focus on the positives and see what they can do tonight.
Air starters for this one, really good looking lineup, isn't it? Flynn Cameron, Elijah Minnie, Mitch McCarron, of course, Carlin Davison and Sam Froling. And Mitch McCarron, one of your favourite players to watch.
Yes, he is. I've absolutely loved watching him this season. Someone that I would love to play like and emulate in my own game. Moves the ball so well, directs his team, and just an awesome leader.
Sam McKinnon is the coach. Here he is.
Hey Sam, a Saturday night in front of the hometown Airs fans. What are you looking from the team tonight against the Jets?
Yeah, it's good to be playing on a Saturday night at home. The guys are really looking forward to that. It's our 4th home game. Played the Jets' first game. They had Tyrell Harrison. They've got some new guys now with Moores stepping up. Heron's obviously a quality player, so they've had a bit of interruption, but I think tonight's more about just how we can execute in the half court, looking after the basketball, and then defensively, no breakdowns.
It's been a tough season for the Jets, but they've got some of those new faces like you just mentioned. What are you expecting from them?
Yeah, I think you have a bit of adversity, and I think obviously they'll be looking to get some gelling out of that and actually sort of limit maybe a bit of negativity within that group who they've let go. So they're wounded, and we're going to be wary of them, that's for sure.
So all set for a big match-up tonight between the Airs and the Jets. The Chemist Warehouse head-to-head. Take us through this.
Yeah, Froling is a massive presence for the Airs inside. Obviously a front runner for the MVP award for the league. He's definitely someone that the Jets are going to have to be focused on. But yeah, and the Airs just move the ball so well. Obviously 3rd in the league, assisting the ball and getting each other good looks. So Jets going to have to play great defence tonight.
Yeah, that scoring margin, interesting one there too. When the Airs win, they do so pretty well. When the Jets lose, unfortunately, they do so pretty well. Not that they want that stat beside them. The coin officials tonight, Callum Welsh, Sasha Nicholson and Amy Jo Clark with the whistles. And of course, these two teams did meet back in round 1 this season at Fly Palmy Arena, and that was a real contest right there to the end. And the Airs got home by 5, 83-78. Not too much change in the viewer vote tonight. Who's going to win this game? Certainly the favourite at the moment, going with the Airs. 1-23, the popular pick.
Yeah, come on, Jets fans back home. Get on that QR code, vote for your team, give them some support from afar.
Good crowd in attendance here tonight, Saturday Night Hoops in New Plymouth. Their team certainly looks like a contender this season. Got some real guns, haven't they? Flynn Cameron, of course, set to join the Tall Blacks later on in the season. He'll be missing through rounds 13, 14 and 15. Mitch McCarron back into the team tonight, missed last week with an ankle niggle or a calf. He wasn't really forthcoming in which it was, but it's all in the same area, isn't it?
Yeah, lower leg.
And Daron Orakawa is playing tonight, of course. A nasty broken nose last week. We captured that well and truly on Sky Sport in all its glory. But he will be out here again tonight playing. Carlin Davison, a man that we've talked so much about. There he is. Only 20 years of age. Just seems like we've been talking about him for so long. What a prodigious talent.
Yeah, he gets up and plays above the rim. I'm really excited to see him go up against Judd, who also has had some highlight dunks this season. So both guys can really elevate and have spring for feet.
There is Liam Judd. James Moore's wearing the number 11. Our first look at him tonight. He's been plying his trade since finishing college over in the Netherlands. His season there just seemed to go on and on and on, but the Jets finally get their man out of Westlake Boys. Tonight we get the chance on debut to see James Moores. I can't wait.
Yeah, so excited to see him. Obviously they had another great Kiwi post earlier this year with Tyrell Harrison, but he left after just 4 games. So excited to see James Moores fill that gap and see what he can do.
Settle in, Saturday Night Hoops in the Sal's NBL. Jets in green, Airs in black. We are underway. James Moore's got the tap, but straight to Carlin Davison, and the home team will settle through Mitch McCarron. Here he is, 31-year-old Aussie, freshly inked 2-year contract with the New Zealand Breakers. He might get the first shot up, goes round the world and back for more, hooks it up, hooks it in.
Right, let me just do a circle of this court, get myself settled and take what I like. Thank you very much. 2 points on the board for him.
Good start for McCarron. Crowd appreciative of the opening basket. Here's Liam Judd. We know he can light it up. Super athletic. Moore's a long way from the basket. He'll battle with Froling. There they go, head to head. He misses his first shot. Froling with the rebound.
Yeah, tough matchup for James Moores right off the bat, going up against Sam Froling, who has a lot of experience. Obviously also playing in the ANBL earlier this year.
A missed shot for each of them and a rebound for each of them. Here's Lane. His second game. Drops it into Moores. Always hard to pick up at your ankles. Heron can score. What a player. That one right on target. Off the iron.
Yeah, Heron has been the main guy for the Jets, obviously averaging 22 points on each outing for them. So he'll need to get going tonight for this Jets team to have a chance at securing the win.
Yeah, he's the key, isn't he? Oh, great pass, McCarron to Froling. Judd got the block, but then committed the foul.
Love that Aussie connection and the chemistry that those two have, especially out of the pick and roll. Mitch McCarron, as I've said, is one of my favourite players at watching in this league, at distributing the ball. And he just finds a way to make his teammates have great looks, great shots, and just makes his team better.
66% shooter from the Chemist Warehouse this season. Froling puts that one down, opening 5 points tonight to the Airs. Interesting matchup, this one, McCarron and Lane.
Lane will be looking to have a better game tonight. Had 5 turnovers in his first game. Not great for a point guard and someone that needs to control the tempo for the Jets team. That'll count, that basket on the way down. So the Jets do get their opening 2 points through Mustafa Heron. They're probably going to need another good 25 out of him tonight. Yeah, at least. This Airs team, their focus, as we heard their coach talk about earlier, was their defense. Rebound there for Lachlan Crate. How about that for the young man getting a start tonight? Turnover.
Cameron. Davison. Your eyes light up when you see him go to the basket. Flynn Cameron there on the putback. He's fouled. He's off to the Chemist Warehouse for the N1 as Carlin Davison picks himself up.
Yeah, so exciting, this Ayers team in transition. They have a lot of wings that can get out and get up. Obviously Davison we saw there, but they also have Minnie and Flynn Cameron who run the lanes well as well.
He's had a really good debut season in the Sal's NBL, Flynn Cameron. Touch under 17 points a game. Puts that one away. Opening 3 points for him tonight, and the Ayers out by 6.
Yeah, they'll definitely miss Flynn when he goes away with the Tall Blacks, but that's also the beauty of having a deeper bench with Rokoa coming off, having experience, and also Tobias Cameron, who gives them great minutes as well.
Lane searching for Moores, and there's the opening points for the young man on debut tonight, James Moores.
Great setup there by the Jets. Just a little bit too much on that pass, but Froling still able to get control of it.
Missed another little one inside, so a couple not going down for Froling tonight. I'm sure the Jets are appreciative of a bit more size inside. Lane hands it off to Judd, blocked Davison. Judd got it back, turned it over.
That was tough with 3 Ayers players surrounding him. Not much he could do with that ball.
Heron looking for the foul down low. Doesn't matter. Elijah Minnie with the triple.
Elijah Minnie has been a shooter all season, shooting it at just under 40% from the three-point line. So definitely need to find him when he's got it out there.
Yeah, 15 points a game for Elijah Minnie. Interesting story on the American out of Pennsylvania. There's Judd on the reverse, can't get it to go. Actually signed with the Jets in 2020, Elijah Minnie, but wasn't able to get into the country. Davison finishes with the two-hand flush. Of course, through COVID, Minnie wasn't able to get into the country and never suited up for the Jets.
Oh, well, he'll definitely want to show them what they missed out on. But yes, that COVID disruption was terrible for a lot of basketball teams all around the world.
And a lot of people around the world, I dare say. You weren't able to get home for a while. Moore's inside, strong, good signs.
Yeah, looking great early in this game. And yeah, they need him to be producing for them.
13-6 start. Ayers settle. McCarron gets the switch. Davison around lane. Hands it off to Froling inside. Good play, Ayers.
Great pass from Davison. And Froling, just so experienced, knows exactly where to be, where his teammates drive, you know, where the defense is going to be drawn from and what pocket he needs to get into.
He's getting busy too as Heron finds a lane to the basket. Sam Froling, 5 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal already.
He is a double-double machine.
Nearly put that one away as well. Good slip to the basket. Judd loves it in the corner, but only when he can handle the ball.
Yeah, they'll definitely need to keep these turnovers down. They have the second most turnovers in the whole league, as we see that great dish off right there to Froling for the easy dump. But yes, this Jets team has a lot of turnovers. They need to keep them down and really look after the ball, look after their possessions, because this Ayers team does not need any extra help scoring.
And it should be said that parting ways, I should say, with Troy Baxter Jr., it also means they've got to find another 17.5 points per game. James Moores will be the great hope there. Froling adds another 2.
Yeah, and they'll definitely want some of that done by committee. The whole team needs to chip in and just be, you know, a few points better.
Well, they've got to settle now. Campbell Scott's come onto the floor. This Ayers team starting to find points a little bit too easy. Scott inside. Moores doesn't get the roll.
Great pass by Scott, and he really introduced himself to this league when they played against the Ayers last, and we just see Rokoa miss that one. He was hot in the Rapid League game before this, knocking down 3 triples.
Tobias Cameron able to finish for him as well. So 19-8. Here is Tobias in the corner. Back-to-back baskets. No, getting up. Davison, one look and fouled on the second. He is proving a handful as well, I should say. Carlin Davison in and around that ring at the moment. He's going to go to the Chemist Warehouse. They're going to have a timeout first. Jets want to have a chat. What a start tonight by the Airs.
Yeah, they have come out firing. Back home, playing at home, you always feel good. They've got this starting five all back together. And yeah, they're just looking like they've gelled all season.
Great to see so many fans here tonight in New Plymouth. Saturday night hoops in the Sal's NBL. Lots of families, kids everywhere. I'm sure they'd enjoy pizza special here, all the fans here. The $25 large 5 boroughs pizza. You know all the details by now. That's this week's special for round 8, valid till next Tuesday. Sal's Slam Dunk. Try and say that quickly 3 times. That's the code. What will the Jets be talking about here, Crystal?
Yeah, definitely looking after the ball, making the most of their possessions. They need to score more. Obviously, having only 8 points in 6 minutes of play is not ideal for them. James Moores, though, has come out and been great so far tonight.
Yeah, 4 points early for James Moores. Trent Adam, great to see him in helping the team here. He was coaching, or doing a fair bit of the coaching earlier tonight in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. If you're just joining us, the Airs got the win in the Rapid League tonight, 44-30. They actually scored 22 points in the opening 4 minutes.
Yeah, they came out and dominated from the get-go. Raukawa and Tobias Cameron came out hot and ready and got it done for them early.
Earlier today in the Sal's NBL, down at ILT Stadium, Southland, Tuatara got the win over the Sharks, 97-74. Don't let the score fool you though, because it was a real arm wrestle. The visitors getting it in the last quarter, 33-12. But gee, the Sharks definitely presented a few shaky moments through the first 3 quarters, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They looked good and had a few people worrying, I'm sure. They looked good and looked like they could have had the upset of this season. But yeah, just unable to get that done against the very experienced Tuatara.
Lane to Moores. Turnaround. Good defense in the end, Flynn Cameron.
Yeah, he is deceptively strong and physical. Both him and Tobias Cameron, you know, can match up against bigger players and hold their own.
Froling. Back to Cameron. Hand in the back with Sean Lane. Gee, there wasn't a lot in that.
No, there wasn't, but that was wide open for the ref to just see that and make an easy call down there.
I saw a game on Wednesday night, the Hawks and the Bulls, and that was really physical. And it's hard to know from game to game, week to week, what's going to be let go and what's going to be called. The players need to adjust. Another foul called there against the Jets.
Yeah, just like players and coaches and teams go away and make their adjustments, the referees also go away and, you know, give themselves some feedback and things that they can improve game to game.
Saw a few technical fouls called earlier today as well in that Sharks and Tuatara game. I think 4 techs called in that, so maybe a bit of a message there from the coin officials.
Yeah, for sure. 4 techs. I wonder what the record is for the amount of techs given out in a game.
Sadly, someone out there will know.
Right, Casey Frank's probably all over that record.
The stats geeks out there would love something like that. I'm sure it's written down somewhere. Mike Lacey would be all over that, wouldn't he?
Surely. We'll have to give him a little text after the game and find out what that is.
Some more points from the Chemist Warehouse for the Airs. 6 of 6 tonight from the stripe. And now they cop their first foul. Daron Raukawa.
Yeah, very physical and all over Scott. Obviously, Daron Raukawa has been in this league for a while and Scott's kind of just come on the scene as of late. So Raukawa really trying to get after him.
And the nose looks straight. Didn't last week.
It's all right, the smile's always there.
Heron stuck in the corner. Moores sends it out. Lachlan Crate for 3. Oh, that's good work, Jets.
Yeah, great find from the Jets to see him out there. The Airs, you know, they were scrambling and just left him open.
Froling sets the screen. Cameron backs it out. Got a mismatch inside. If they can get it to Froling, they do now. Double. Campbell Scott comes across and helps. Rakawa by himself on the wing. Can't complete. Oh, picking it up. Tobias Cameron. To brother Flynn for three.
Great find from Froling earlier in that set. Had a lot of attention on him, and just because he's so long and can see over the defense, was able to find the open player, and they worked hard to get it back.
6 points in this opening quarter for Flynn Cameron. Scott looking in for Lafayette, picked up Quinton Bailey. Here they come again, 26-11. They want more. They might get more. Froling won't get a chance underneath, but he will go to the stripe to look at another couple. His body of work, Crystal, through this opening quarter. Chemist Warehouse stats, Sam Froling, 7 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal.
I told you, he is a double-double machine, and it's not even the end of the first yet.
The race for the MVP this season, he'll be right in the mix, of course. Adds another couple here. Who do you think will be up there with him?
Oh, the Tuatara have a couple players. Obviously, Corey Webster having a
Great season.
Yeah, very good season. Rob Lowe is also there. Muhammad from the Bulls.
Luther Muhammad, yeah.
Yeah, leading scorer and absolutely just a scoring machine. Hiram Harris, he's been out for a while, but he's made an MVP case for himself, I think. But, you know, my personal MVP, as I've always said, is Mitch McCarron. And he probably, you know, he does all the dirty work, is the glue guy for his team, and doesn't necessarily get much of the glory.
You are a fan, aren't you?
I'm advocating for him. I think, you know, MVP shouldn't just go to the players that score it or stack it up on the stat sheet.
I like it. I'll add a couple more names for you as well. Isaiah Moore for the Hawks.
Yeah, he has been impressive.
Wow. Super impressive. Lafayette drawing the foul, just able to step through the tiniest of gaps there. Simon Lafayette will head to the Chemist Warehouse. The Jets need everything they can get here in the next 1 minute 40. And Sam Froling will certainly be amongst it. Of course, the way the MVP voting works in the Sal's NBL and the GJ Gardner Holmes Tauihi, both coaches give votes after every game, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You must include 2 opposition players as a minimum. And then the top 10 vote getters from the entire season go through to the final vote, which includes all coaches again, and usually about 5 or 6 media, you know, people that have seen every game, commentary team, Sky Sport, that sort of thing. And about 15, 16 people have that final vote. Getting up, Quinton Bailey puts one down. I think it's a pretty good system.
Yeah, definitely. I like the, you know, evenness with all the coaches having a say.
Yeah.
They obviously do a lot of scouting between games and watch a lot of basketball, if not all the games of the league. So, yeah, definitely got a good mix there with the coaches.
Doesn't mean coaches always get it right either.
Oh, no, they don't, and they'll definitely have a bias.
I've seen some teams lose by 30 and get a favourable response from their own coach voting for their own players.
Well, you've already heard it from me. You know, I have a different MVP kind of thought process to it all.
And coaches do go in with plans and see it differently, don't they? Foul picked up there on Lambert, Hikaya Lambert, who's on the floor. And again, the Airs will go back to the Chemist Warehouse. Yeah, the one thing we don't always see is commentators and fans and viewers, there's the foul just reaching in, is we don't see the little jobs that players are given within a game, and it's not always about scoring, it can be about something else.
Yeah, exactly, and the defensive matchups and who shuts down who, and yeah, it's interesting, obviously, all of the different tactics that coaches have and if players can or can't execute those things.
This is a big quarter now from the Airs. They push it out to 19, and the team in green staring down the barrel early. Scott just got nothing to go to. Look at the defence of the Airs. Scott backs it out. Oh, it just steps past Rodokawa in the end. I think Rodokawa and Mini actually ran into each other.
Right, they screened each other and it all just opened up for Scott and he said thank you very much because nothing else was really on.
Bailey proving a real handful down low here. Tyrone looking for a foul. And right there you can see Elijah Mini and Tyrone Rodokawa just giving each other a bit of a look after that.
Yeah, coach won't be too happy about that. That was one of their focuses before the game, is to have no defensive breakdowns.
Cameron, and again another foul, racking up against the Jets. That's their 8th foul of the quarter. And I think it might be Mustafa Heron's 2nd.
That's not a good sign for the Jets. He'll want to stay out of foul trouble. But in saying that, the Airs do a great job of getting themselves to the Chemist Warehouse free throw line. They are the 2nd best team in the league at getting themselves there, just behind the Giants, who also play a very physical game.
Well, they're enjoying it so far. They're a perfect 11 of 11. Make that 12 of 12 in this opening quarter. The Yeti's happy, as he should be. Or she.
Right. Don't discriminate.
I've got no idea.
Or them, they.
That's right, I've got no idea. Here's Heron. Late points, Jets. Usually good up on the pull-up. They'll get it back, though. Campbell Scott. And they'll hold this one for the last shot. And he does, Campbell Scott. Big basket, they needed that. Dying seconds, maybe Mitch McCarron on the buzzer. Not too far away, but an opening term that has belonged to the Taranaki Airs. Jets with some work to do. 34-18 after 1. Welcome back to New Plymouth tonight. 1 quarter down, and the Airs leading it comfortably, 34-18. Justin Nelson, Crystal Ledger Walker with you tonight. And if we have a look at some of the standouts on the Chemist Warehouse stat sheet, the Airs, a couple of telling points to make, Crystal.
Yeah, the offensive rebounds for the Airs is definitely one thing that's sticking out on this stat sheet right now. They have been cleaning it up. They have 17 second chance points, which is ridiculous
in a
for
quarter.
1 quarter. Yeah.
And that's almost unheard of.
That is definitely something I hope the Jets have spoken about and will clean up moving forward.
8 offensive rebounds in the opening quarter to the Airs. As you said, Crystal, 17 second chance points already for the Airs. That's half of their score. A perfect 12 of 12 from the Chemist Warehouse stripe as well to go with that. And an early opportunity here through Froling.
Yeah, and he has been dominant to start this game. Obviously, he's been a problem all season, but really going to work early and just draws that offensive foul. Gets set early and just takes it in the chest. Easy call for the refs.
Just to emphasise that second chance points. 10 of the 11 teams in the Sal's NBL don't average 17 points in a game in second chance points. In fact, the only team that does is Canterbury Rams, and they average 17.2. The Airs have done it in 1 quarter.
Yeah, that is ridiculous. I think they average around 9 offensive rebounds a game. So almost doubling that.
Davison just making it look so easy there. Gliding to the hoop for 2. Lambert to Moores. Directing some traffic. Crate out there. Just gets the roll off the front of the rim.
Yeah, they need some more of that. Getting into the paint, getting some good looks, and really moving that Airs defense around.
Davison again. Draws another foul. Back to the stripe. Here it is on the replay. That's that basket. I think I say it 3 times a week with Carlin Davison, but he just makes it look so simple.
He does. He makes it look a lot more easier than it is. Because, yeah, those things are not as smooth or easy to do as he makes it look.
Just so frustrating for the rest of us, Crystal. Can't even imagine being able to do that.
Right. Also can't imagine being the defense that has to stand in front of him.
Those 2 misses, by the way. First 2 misses from the stripe tonight for the Airs. Perfect 12 of 12 in that opening quarter. A minor sigh of relief for the Jets. Here's Lane. Already has a couple of fouls. Had to sit early in the first quarter. This time he is fouled. So he'll go to the stripe.
Just saw that crowd of Airs players just coming in and contesting that shot, making it really hard for the Jets to get any good looks right now.
6.7 assists on debut last week for Kershawn Lane. He's had a chance to settle in now, straight off a plane and fronted up against the buzzsaw, otherwise known as the Auckland Tuatara.
Yeah, definitely a welcome to New Zealand moment for him with that Tuatara game.
How would that be as an import? Young man, professional career, been playing in Europe and gets the call up, signs a contract in New Zealand and thinks, okay, here we go. Gets off a plane and runs into Corey Webster, Tom Vodanovic, Rob Lowe, Cam Glidden, Ruben Taranaki.
Yeah, that is a scary 5, and he's only a rookie. Obviously only played that 1 season overseas, but just finished college. And yeah, tough to go up against some vets of the Tuatara that have been doing it for a very, very long time.
What a way for Aotearoa to roll out the red carpet. 36-20 here, 16-point margin. Jets just clinging. Lane, Flynn Cameron just bodies up and pushes him to the floor. Pretty easy call there for the coin officials.
Yeah, and that's something that they can improve on, is getting themselves to the foul line, especially if this Airs team is going to make it super hard for them to, you know, get through their sets and these things. Just stay aggressive, get themselves to the Chemist Warehouse foul line and try to get some points that way.
Second foul for Flynn Cameron. Judd. Back to Lane. Shot clock ticking down inside. Moores has Davison to beat, and I think maybe Carlin Davison just reached down at first, and that's the foul on the arm. James Moores, of course, on debut tonight. 4 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. What have you made of the early signs of Moores?
Yeah, he's been a great addition for this Jets team so far. Obviously travelled for 2 days and walks in to a road game straight away. So I'm sure once he gets a bit more settled, more great things are going to be seen from him.
Pardon the pun. Davison nonchalant there, turned it over. Heron goes up and in. Good little signs there for the Jets, and Sam McKinnon wants to have a chat about it. Margin back to 14. Heron moves up to 6 in the game, and it's probably just what Coach Natu Tofale was hoping for.
Yeah, definitely they need to get some momentum going back their way. Obviously had some foul calls go their way, were able to get out in transition, and the Airs, yeah, just want to talk about it and have the tides change.
Winners so far in round 8, Salza NBL. The Bulls defeating the Hawks on Wednesday night by 22. Isaac Davidson, the star in that game, 7 triples in the first half. Tuatara took down the Nuggets by 9, and I think that margin probably flatters the Nuggets in the end, because the Tuatara well in control of that one. Rams too strong for the Fire last night, winning by 20, and then earlier today. Close battle for 3 quarters, and the Aucklanders pulled away late to take down the Sharks 97-74. And it always amazes me that the Yeti, when he's throwing out lollies to the fans, he throws out one. Like literally one at a time.
Well,
you can't do that.
You know, it is a prize.
Come on. One at a time.
Everyone's watching for that one. You don't want to throw out a whole handful and, you know, get someone in the eye or
That's
something.
just unfair. That's what it is. Back underway. There's Lane. Gee, the Jets would love a big game from their new point guard tonight. Nice pass to Moores. Ran into Froling, got it back. Good work, James Moores.
Great from him so far tonight. Definitely hope he can continue this for the rest of the game. Obviously, a little bit of jet lag, some legs, some travel legs under him.
I think one of the hardest things is coaching staff and playing group. As we said, James Moore's on debut tonight. Quashawn Lane, just the 1 game under his belt. These guys have got to get a chance to know each other.
Yeah, and it is tough. We're already halfway through the season, and they definitely have a lot of gelling left to do.
They'll still be trying to work out how to spell each other's names. Davison fouled, puts it down, Carlin Davison. Bounces around, doesn't he?
Yeah, he has been impressive. Obviously had a little injury a few games ago, but has absolutely come back and looks 100% tonight.
Jackson Stent just stepping in, committing the foul. Such a bouncy player, Carlin Davison. Saw that big game of his earlier this season against the Giants. I think came off the bench, had 26 points.
Yeah, he was great in that game. The Airs looked really good. Obviously the Giants have been a tough squad this season, and to play in Nelson against the Giants is another hard task as well.
9 points, 5 rebounds already tonight for Davison. Lane over the top, doesn't get the drop. Another rebound for Froling. Off he goes. Tobias, in fact Flynn Cameron I should say, apologies, into Sam Froling, who draws another foul. How many fouls on Froling tonight? That's the 4th time he's been fouled in this game. Here's the GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. And I think that'll be Quashawn Lane's 3rd foul as well. So some issues starting to pile up for the Jets.
Yeah, that's not a good sign for the Jets. Luckily though, Campbell Scott has played a lot of minutes in the point guard position for this Jets team so far this season, so they do have, you know, some great backup in the point guard spot.
Good evening to the Froling family as well, no doubt. They will be watching on. Mum Jenny, a 4-time WNBL champion in Australia. Dad Shane, of course, an NBL player and coach as well. Tobias Cameron there with the foul. Pretty good basketballing family. And then you go to the kids. Of course, Alicia and Keely, the twins.
Yeah, I've played against them. They,
good players.
Yeah, they're scary to come up against. They work very hard, very similar to how Sam Froling plays. And yeah, just you have to play them honest because they will come after you.
Brother Harry will be watching on tonight as well, of course. A past player in the Sal's NBL, played with the Southern Huskies back in the day. Hope you're well, Harry. What a family.
Yeah, impressive genes right there.
Mustafa Heron at the Chemist Warehouse. They really need something big from him tonight. 6 points in the game, make it 7. Just 5 points separated these two teams opening round of the season. They've gone in different directions since. Urakawa, Froling, goes to work again on Moores off the glass. Another 2 for Big Sam.
Yeah, and going back to your point about these teams going in 2 different directions, obviously the Jets have, reshuffled their team, have a lot of new players, have missed some, but the Airs are just such a complete team. They have a complete starting 5 and a deep bench. They can all make the right reads. They have the depth to do it and make the, great plays all season.
13 and 7 in the game for Froling. Look at this on the replay, just too strong.
Yeah, and so good around the rim. Has such great footwork, has a nice soft touch. Just finishes so well.
You talk about that depth. Turnover here. Getting up and putting it down with force. Cameron, how good was that?
Yeah, got out in the lanes, was able to get up and put it down. We saw that in the Rapid League as well, but that is something he definitely prides himself on, is defense, and that's something his college team was always known for.
Tobias Cameron makes a statement here midway through the second as the Airs continue to charge away, getting back to that depth. Quinton Bailey, Daron Urakawa, Nico Hill. I mean, Nico Hill scored a career high 15 last week. These are all players that are coming off the bench.
Yeah, and it's so great, being on a team that has great experience, that has great players. For all those younger players that are just being introduced to the league, they can learn from them, apply it in Rapid League, and then be ready to fire when they get their name called in this main game.
Road ahead for the Airs, their next 4. They've got a bit of a home stretch at the moment. Hawks next week, followed by the Nuggets and the Saints. All those 3 games to be played here in New Plymouth. Then they've got the Nuggets away. So a nice little run coming up on local soil here in New Plymouth. And you just get the feeling that this team is starting to grow into the season. They're a genuine contender.
Yeah, for sure they are. And, they've had some disruptions of their own. They've lost a few games. So that's always a great wake-up call for teams as well. You don't want to be just winning everything and become complacent. It's good to have some losses in there, bring you back down to earth and remind you that you do have things that you can improve on.
Campbell Scott under pressure. Great pass out to the corner for Crate. He misses everything. I think the Jets may keep it here. They will. A little bit of indecision there. The coin officials have worked it out. And the team in green will hold possession. They're down by 19. Only midway through the second at the moment. And look at the score already for the Airs. They've rattled on 45.
Yeah, and doesn't help that the Jets point guard is out sitting with 3 fouls. Must have some bench issues now that they're just figuring out.
Already been to the Chemist Warehouse 17 times. Set play from the baseline. Campbell Scott with the shot. Moores, offensive rebound. Bodies up with Froling. Up and over the top and in. The Westlake boys product back home in New Zealand. And stepping out for the first time tonight. That was a quality finish.
Yeah, it was over someone that's super long and tough to finish over. But as we look at the replay, just holds his own, gets low, gets his body into him, is able to get that shot up and over and work work his way to the line again tonight.
I love the physicality there. Second foul on Sam Froling. Moores leaves it short. Davison, corner. Tobias Cameron, one way then the other. Now spins to the basket and almost drops it. Just look at the frustration there.
Yeah, they tried to take a gamble and get out in that lane. Were unfortunate there, and Tobias was able to get his defender on the back foot and get himself to the rim.
Can they go all the way this season, the Airs?
I think so. They definitely, like I said, have a complete team. They have quick guards, you know, some great defense. They have the experience in my favorite player, Mitch McCarron, and they obviously have an MVP-like player in Sam Froling inside. One thing that I do, if I was to nitpick this Airs team though, is if Sam Froling does go out, I think they lose a lot. If he gets in foul trouble, yeah, I've seen them lose a couple games this season when he has been in foul trouble.
Well, there was the thought that he would be missing with the Boomers later in the season, but he won't be with them. The Boomers trimming their squad earlier in the week down to 17. So Froling now here for the full season. Oh, great basket. Mustafa Heron. How did he do that?
I don't know, but I love the little celebration on the ground too.
Thomas the Tank, Frank the Tank, laying flat. Watch this, GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. There's the basket, here's the Frank the Tank, look at that. Mustafa Heron, well, he is capable of the impossible, isn't he? We've seen it so many times, both last season and so far this year.
Yeah, he is, and he is the scoring machine for this green team. Obviously, going up against the longer mini, had to get it on the other side of the rim, and very smart from Sam Froling there just to take it off the rim.
Yeah, clever, wasn't it? Rakawa on the turn, looking deep for Bailey. That came off the foot of Lachlan Crate.
Great read from Crate just there to draw in from the corner and get his hands on that one. Could see Jerome Rokoa's vision was going there.
Tobias Cameron, 10 points off the bench, by the way. Oh, Froling just turns back off the glass. He's fouled by James Moores. Couldn't do anything else there.
And that's the great versatility of him. Obviously can put the ball on the floor and get things going for his team, as well as getting it done inside.
Such a quick spin, wasn't it, as well?
It was. Completely caught James Moores, you know, off guard.
Second foul on Moores. Froling back to the stripe. Perfect 6 of 6 now from the Chemist Warehouse. That's some excellent shopping at the Chemist Warehouse tonight. And just as I say that, misses his first one. They do get it back. McCarron slipped out of his hand. Heron comes up with it. Good pass, good block. Mini finished off in the end by Heron.
Yeah, great follow-up there by Heron just to stay with it.
McCarron, another offensive rebound. Rakawa, usually pretty good from that spot. It's offensive rebound number 9 for the Airs. Heron over Mini, the two imports battling away.
And he needs to stay aggressive for this Jets team. Obviously very able to score from all 3 levels.
He's got 11 now. McCarron draws the foul on Mustafa Heron. That's his 3rd. So both Heron and Lane with 3 fouls apiece, and I wonder whether that'll put Mustafa Heron out for the next 3 and a bit minutes. It will. He's headed to the sidelines. So that's not what the Jets wanted to see, especially based on what you were just talking about, that aggression.
Yeah, not at all, and so smart from Mitch McCarron just to go straight at him. He knows, you know, that Heron gets things going for this green team, and just thought, you know what, if I get you in foul trouble, you will have to try help your team from the bench.
McCarron splits 1 of 1, 77% shooter this season from the line. He's got 5 in the game. Sam Froling leading the way with 14. Tobias Cameron has 10. the stats with thanks to the Chemist Warehouse. James Moores loses control fortuitously, ends up with Scott, sends it back to Moores, over Froling, good block mini. Rakawa can't keep a handle on it. Look at the frustration on Derone.
He is disappointed himself for that, and the Jets just got really lucky on that fast break.
Margin at quarter time was 16. Tataga Lavau into the game. First time we've seen him in the Sal's NBL in a green singlet. We saw him earlier tonight, of course, in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Here he is, Josh Tataga Lavau, part of that trade during the week, going from the Saints to the Jets, and I think it was a really good trade for all parties.
Yeah, you mentioned it earlier in the Rapid League game that, you know, the coaching staff and the support staff at the Saints wanted to see better things for him and decided to make that trade, hoping that he'd get more minutes for the Jets, and it's great to see that he is tonight.
Offensive foul there called on James Moores, maybe a little bit of a hook.
Yep, definitely, and that call has been consistent all season.
That's his third foul as well.
Oh man, that is not good for the Jets right now.
So Heron, Moores and Lane all sitting with 3 fouls. Team in green needs to stand tall here with 3 of their guns sitting. Through traffic, Lafayette, oh, that'll help. That certainly helps. Simon Lafayette, strong. Ball under the wing, all the way to the rack. Just what the Jets wanted and needed. There's the finish. And as we've seen this season, Crystal, he's a player that can do things.
He is. He has been very impressive to watch this season. Can play very physical. Is a great guard. Has a good handle on the ball. And yeah, him and Judd both have been some great locals that I've loved watching for the Jets team this season.
Cameron. Spinning, twisting, good hand to Tataga Lavau. Looks to go with some aggression down the floor. Good signs. Scott turns it over. That wasn't a good pass. Elijah Mini was waiting, pounced and finishes.
He has really turned it up defensively for this Ayers team. Obviously had a great block earlier and was able to get out in the lanes, get his hands to it.
And a couple of blocks for him tonight. And a steal now as well. And maybe a triple, although that one had too much on it.
But he is a shooter. We've seen him get hot this season, and he potentially could be the X factor for this Ayers team. If he gets going and you have all 4 other guys going, they are very dangerous to stop.
Here he is, Elijah Mini, one end to the other. Tataga Lavau, good drive on the basket as well, rewarded with a trip to the Chemist Warehouse. He'll have a look at a couple here. How does he look in green?
Looks good.
As opposed to the blue.
Right, looks good, looks even better when he's out on the court doing things for his team. So hopefully he's enjoying it in his new home.
Well, he was only averaging a tick over 1 minute a game with the Saints, and that's a very hard unit to get into. So I think this opportunity through that trade window, first time, of course, we've seen it in the Sal's NBL. Although we missed a couple there, and now Jackson Stent comes up with the foul. And that's going to see Carlin Davison walk the length of the floor here at TSB Stadium. And believe it or not, this will be shots 24 and 25 from the Chemist Warehouse for the Ayers in the first half.
Yeah, and Carlin Davidson has been the man shooting a lot of those. This will probably be the easiest trip he's earned himself.
9.6 rebounds for him in the opening half. That one misses. He's 3 of 6 now. Averaging a tick under 13 points a game this season. Second one looks a lot better, is a lot better He moves up to double digits, 10 points for him in this opening half tonight. Saturday night hoops in the Sal's NBL. Hope you're enjoying it. If you're an Ayers fan, you'll be liking what you're seeing at the moment. 6-3 on the season, aiming for win number 7 tonight. Lafayette taking on the experienced Sam Froling, turns it over. Davison, he's got his head up, he's got his eyes on. McCarron to the corner. Tobias Cameron can't complete. Looked good though, didn't it, from the Ayers?
Yeah, and he absolutely came out in the Rapid League proving a point scoring-wise.
Taga Laval, Lafayette, Craig through all the hands here for the Jets. They settle it down. Both teams still have their player timeout. It's come off the foot of Carlin Davison. That'll get him a reset here as well. So shot clock on 14, game clock on a tick over 20. Just having a chat with the coach there. Going to take the player timeout. So usually we'd see the ball advance. We won't, but we will see it change the sides of court here. It will come over to the near side on the inbound, but a chance for the Jets to talk about running something here.
Yeah, very smart to use their player timeout. Obviously they lose it if they don't use it in this quarter. So it'll be interesting to see who they choose to take this last shot for them. And the Ayers obviously still have their player timeout to use as well, should they get a rebound or a steal here.
Of course, the player timeouts started back in the GJ Gardner-Holmes To'ihi a couple of years ago. You would have been in the middle of a few. Did you always try and run a play for yourself out of a player timeout, Crystal? Or?
Oh, definitely. No. No, not really. But I did love, as a point guard, having my teammates, you know, discuss with them and check in with who wanted to take the shot or what play they think we should run. So it kind of takes some pressure off whoever has the ball in those last few minutes. Oh,
Lafayette on the drive, chance, rolling, heads up play. Look at this, easiest basket of the night, putting it down, Flynn Cameron.
yeah, great heads up play from the Ayers there.
And that'll do us. Good crowd in attendance tonight and dominating the stats at the moment, the Ayers. Very productive in the first half. They lead 54-36. Chemist Warehouse stats on the other side of the break. Jets with a lot of work to do in the second half. This Ayers team looking very formidable right now. Halfway through, it's an 18-point margin. We'll be back with the stats after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's give it up for the
Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. Too classy for this world. Don't ever I'm that girl. Did you tell me
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for the Medical Guild. Good luck, Guilds. All the best in your World Championship. Mr. Matsui, let's go. Halfway shot. Coach of the Eagle. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen.
Nomai Hanamaya, welcome back to New Plymouth tonight. Sal's NBL round 8 action, and the home team looking the goods right now. Justin Nelson, Crystal Ledger Walker with you. Hope you're well wherever you may be watching in from right around the world tonight. If you're an Ayers fan, you'll be pretty happy leading the way comfortably at the half by 18. Let's have a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats.
We are on double watch for Sam Froling and Carlin Davidson, who have been scoring and rebounding the ball really well. And for the Jets, they're in a little bit of trouble with their leading scorers in a little bit of foul trouble early in this game.
Yeah, Heron's got 3. Moores has got 3 as well. As you mentioned, Froling and Davison leading the way for the Ayers rebounding. They've dominated the boards, including 10 offensive rebounds.
Yeah, we mentioned it in the first half there, or sorry, the first quarter. They were cleaning up the boards and had a 19-point.
Oh, 17. They had 17 second chance points they had in the first quarter. They didn't actually add any in the second quarter. That's how good 17 is. There's the assists. There's your man, Mitch McCarron, leading the way for the Ayers. And the blocks. Elijah Minnie started to do some nice things in that second quarter, didn't he?
Getting out and getting it done on defense. Had a really impressive block and was getting out in the lanes and getting some extra possessions and some momentum for this Ayers team.
13 turnovers to the Jets in that opening half as well. The Ayers have scored 20 off those turnovers. Let's have a look at this shot from half court. This might be for a car. Yeah, no car being given away.
Shoot
tonight.
For a ute. I like that.
Half time here in New Plymouth tonight. 54-36. Second half coming up after the break. No mai hoki mai, welcome back to New Plymouth, where the Airs are leading comfortably by 18 at the half. Bit of a disco going on here at half-time, crowd enjoying it, bit of a light show. And they'll be pretty happy with what they've seen so far from their team. Moments away from starting this third quarter. Crystal Ledger Walker, put yourself in the rooms with the players at half-time for the Jets. What would the message have been from Coach Manawatū Tofale?
It is absolutely to stop turning the ball over. The Airs have 20 points off the Jets' turnovers, and also they need to stay out of foul trouble. They have 3 players right now sitting on 3 fouls, and those are key pieces for this Jets team.
Yeah, they put the Airs to the Chemist Warehouse 25 times in that opening half. 20 points for the Airs have come from the stripe. Who's going to win? There's the viewer vote at the moment, and not surprisingly, a whopping 89% in favour of the Airs. It's just a case of whether it's under 24 or over 24.
Right, be specific.
Through this second half, we'll also see the MVP vote come up, where you can have your say at home and go into the draw to win some Sal's pizzas. Bit of an early tip from you, KLW, the MVP for tonight. Who's looking good at the half?
Oh, I'm obviously always impressed by Sam Froling. He always puts on a good performance, but I have liked what Mini has been doing defensively. He stood out, and also Carlin Davidson has been really impressive, getting himself to the line. So yeah, one of those 3 for me, I think, so far.
Sam Froling, 14 points, 9 rebounds in that opening half. Carlin Davison, 10 points, 7 rebounds. Elijah Mini, as you said, defensively, a couple of big blocks in that first half. Tobias Cameron, nice cameo off the bench, 10 points in under 10 minutes through the opening 2 periods. Crowd getting ready to go for the second half. They look a little bit subdued at the moment, but trust me, for those at home, once their team gets up and flying again in this second half, they find their voice very, very quickly here in New Plymouth.
Yeah, looking like a great crowd for these Airs team.
Yeah, they're passionate fans, and they're having a good season as well. Had a great season in 2022 when they went through to the semi-finals. Bowed out, didn't make it through to the grand final. The Tuatara fixed them up in the semis. Dropped away a little bit last season, surprisingly, but they've bounced back really well in season 2024, and it helps when you recruit players like Sam Froling.
Yeah, they have built a great team with great depth. They have quick guards, they have big posts that can get it done. They have people that can light it up from outside, and also people that can get to the rim and put it down. So a very deep, a very complete team.
1 win already tonight for the Airs. Sky Broadband Rapid League 44-30 over the Jets. And they lead comfortably here in the Sal's NBL. Second half underway. Hope you're enjoying it. Here's Elijah Mini. Can he get things underway early? He may do on the putback. He does.
Yeah, great follow-up from him. And that is just too easy. The Jets do not need to give the Airs any extra possessions. They need to secure the rebounds and only give these Airs players 1 look at the hoop.
11th offensive rebound that was, by the way, for the Airs tonight. Davison! Oh, young man puts it down with force.
Man, that lane just opened up for him, and that was way, way, way too easy.
His eyes lit up. That middle lane opened up, and he had one thing to do, and he did it. Moores, tough basket back the other way.
He has been one good thing for the Jets tonight.
Look at this. I'll tell you what, if you don't stand in his way, well, it's dangerous standing in his way.
Right, I wouldn't want to.
But if you're not going to play defense, you know exactly what he's going to do to hurt you. Carlin Davison, 12 in the game now. Moores converts the bonus. He moves up to 12 in the game now, James Moores. Heron has 13. Davison again underneath, adds another 2. Good feed from Flynn Cameron.
Great feed, great finish from Davison.
Heron, pass, errant. Too hard for Lachlan Crate to try and drag that one in. Would have liked an apology there for the young man. Heron didn't even just say, hey, my bad.
Right, he does not have go-go gadget arms.
Got a start tonight, Lachlan Crate. What is he, 17? Got a big future. Oh, look out. Another 2. Carlin Davison.
Might have just took a hit to the face on that one as well.
He's opening 90 seconds. Oh, Moore's strong as well. So James Moores is doing everything he can right now for the Manawatū Jets. He'll head back to the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Timeout called here early in this third quarter. Carlin Davison, what a start he's made inside the first 2 minutes of the second half.
I'm sure the Jets are talking about him as well.
There's that big dunk, and you see Mustafa Heron there and James Moores either side. They weren't going there.
Yeah, they did not want any part of that. They do not want to sign his poster.
See if we can bring that up again, actually, that GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. If we can have a look at that dunk from that angle down the court one more time. Well, there it is from up in the stands. We'll see if we can get the look from the baseline. Just watch this. No. I'm not getting in the way.
Yeah, no, not at all. And just great momentum to get him, you know, coming down the court. Just the whole lane opens right up, and he is able to fly right through.
He's got 16 now. 6 points already coming in this third quarter for Davison. Spent the summer with the Breakers, of course, as a development player there. Moores. First one is a little deep. 2 of 4 from the stripe tonight. 12.7 rebounds, 3 assists. Make it 13, and on debut, that's a pretty good return so far, especially going up against Sam Froling.
Yeah, especially going up against him, and add in the fact that he has travelled a long way to be here, and then had to travel again once he got here to come to New Plymouth and play on the road.
Froling, mini. That one rattles around.
Froling is just so good out of the post of finding his teammates. Just great vision, great poise to get them the ball.
Judd misses from distance. Cameron to McCarron was clever. Froling wants it inside. Look at the mismatch. Judd comes across to help. Again, Mini, similar play to what we just saw. This time, Mini gives up the shot on the drive, loses control.
Yeah, we saw the Jets just tried to double Froling there, but it really doesn't matter when you're that big and that tall and can see right over the defense and find your teammates. The Airs have the second best average for assists per game in this league. So they do a great job of sharing the ball around and getting their teammates great shots that they can knock down.
Liam Judd gets the friendly bounce off the ring. Adds 3, leads at 25. McCarron. Davison, Froling, the big fellas teaming up. Froling, McCarron, scoop pass, Mini, big finish. No, would have been nice.
Great ball movement from the Airs. And Lane just struggling against the stronger frame of Flynn Cameron there.
He's yet to score, Crystal. 0 of 3 shooting tonight for Kashawn Lane. 2 rebounds, 4 assists. Foul trouble, he's got 3 of them. Mini inside, draws the foul on Crate.
Great job by Mini there to stay with it, get his hands to the ball, tip it up, and just keep that ball alive for his team.
Path ahead for the Jets, their next 4. They've got 3 at home and 1 away. FI at home, Nuggets at home, Saints away, Bulls at home.
They will be gunning for that FI game. Obviously, the FI has struggled a little bit throughout this season, so that could potentially be one that they could pick.
I have it on very good authority. They have an incoming import forward, the FI. And if it's who I think it is, I think it's going to be a very handy inclusion.
I'm excited to see who this player might be. You always seem to have the inside scoop around the league.
Well, I don't want to rain on their parade. I'll let them do the announcements. But if I'm Coach Matt Lacey, I've got a smile on my face at the moment. And they're in that battle, aren't they? They're in that mid-pack. The Hawks, the Giants, all a chance to make the final 6. Long way to go. But if the FI can string some wins together.
Yeah, and the FI had that very impressive upset over the Nuggets. And the Nuggets have been struggling as of late.
I was going to say, was it an upset? Block in there, Lachlan Crate. I mean, they've won 1 of their last 6. Was it really an upset?
Yeah, true. And they are losing Ty Webster, which doesn't help.
Davison has been such a handful already in this 3rd quarter. He's going to head back to the coloured stripe. He's already been there 7 times tonight for his 16 points. I was a little bit surprised that the Nuggets weren't active through the trade window period. Just in a little bit of a slump at the moment, bit of a rut, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. And I would have liked to see them pick up potentially maybe some more inside men, some more power in the paint. So they have the guards that can do it. They have Dante Russo-Nance that has just come back. He's looking great.
Played well the other night.
Yep. Henshaw, obviously, he's trouble. Ty Webster, will he be back this season? Or?
Oh, it's a good question. It's a good question. I can't get a definitive answer on that. Nobody's got an answer on that. Of course, he's headed to the States. Ty and his partner about to welcome a child, so we certainly wish them well. I mean, what an exciting time, as you well know.
Yeah, good luck to him.
Moores. I almost said good luck there, as if you haven't had much sleep lately, Crystal. Cameron to the corner. Davison checks his feet, hands it off underneath. Tobias Cameron, there's another offensive board.
Heron a little bit confused by that. He thought Tobias Cameron just stepped in from out of bounds, and that should have been an out of bounds call, but he won't get it. And that's something Cullen Davison has also been doing really well tonight, is assisting his teammates, especially around the rim. We saw a great dish earlier to Froling.
Heron been quiet in this 3rd quarter. That helps. Just floats 2 in. Can't wait to see who the viewers are going to vote for tonight in the MVP.
I'm hoping Cullen Davidson has gone up, because he has definitely shown out in this 3rd.
And we'll get into that voting shortly. Froling another 2. Lambert with the foul. Froling up to 16 now himself as well. And the big fellas for the Airs are just creating havoc tonight. Too big, too strong, and talented as well.
Yeah.
They're just nifty on their feet, aren't they? And as you said, when they drag and draw the defense towards them, both Froling and Davison, very good on the pass.
They are, and they have such a good handle as well, which is rare for big men, you know, to be able to do everything for their team. Great handle, great vision.
Argent at 23. Lane just has not been effective in this game. Backs it out. Heron loses it, and that's just sums up the night for the Manawatū Jets right there.
They've had a few of those fumbles. Just can't hold on to the ball tonight.
17th turnover.
Yeah. Yep, that is not good for the Jets.
And the Airs have scored 25 off those turnovers. They may add some more here. Flynn Cameron hands it off. Look at that. What a setup for Quinton Bailey.
Beautiful dish and great cut for Quinton Bailey to sneak in there and get an easy 2.
They're blowing this one out right now. Another turnover. Hands in the lane. Cameron puts another one down.
We know the Airs play great defense and they make it hard for teams, but some of these turnovers do feel a little bit unforced and just too casual.
14 tonight for Tobias Cameron. Sean Lane comes down hard. Here's the replay. That's as easy as you like.
That didn't look like a fun fall for Lane just there. Slipped right into the defender's legs.
What do the Jets get out of this game now? There's, 13 and a half minutes to play. The result's gone. And the Airs won't let up. We know that. This is a team that won't just take things lightly. Every point counts, especially in that battle for the final 6. You need to score, you need the percentage. You've got to keep racking up the points. But what can the Jets get out of this game from here, Crystal?
Yeah, well, they have had some new pieces added to this team. As we mentioned, they've also lost a key piece to this team. So it's really about finding their new identity, you know, as a collective group. So that's what I would personally be looking for if I was on this Jets team. It's really just taking each possession one at a time, trying to make the most of it and gel with my teammates.
Again, the passing of the Airs. Terrific to see, and there's the result. Another triple. And the Cameron boys continue to do as they please. Lane, block, Davison, that may count. Either that or a foul. Here's the replay. There's that triple from Flynn Cameron. Ball movement tonight's been sublime.
It has, especially, yeah, when they're getting it into the post, when we see them get it inside, get it outside, swing it around, an extra pass. It has looked great for the Airs tonight. But also with this Manawatū team, obviously this is a professional league. These are professional players. Their personal stats also matter as they move forward in their leagues. What they average matters for their next contract. So I'm sure they'll all be motivated by that as well.
And yet again, another putback, another offensive rebound. Davison moves to 19 and 8. Lafaele just stepping in and committing the foul. Froling double-double tonight, 17 points, 11 rebounds for him. Tobias Cameron, 14 off the bench. Davison just checking that he's got one. He's just asking the question, I've got one, haven't I? He couldn't remember whether he got the basket in.
Right, he's been there so many times tonight.
Yeah, he has. This is his 10th shot. At least he was polite enough to ask.
Right, I'm glad you thought he was talking to the refs, because for a minute I thought he was talking to one of the other players or something.
He puts that in as well. Game high. 20 points tonight for Carlin Davison. I reckon he scored 9 of them in this third quarter. Lane just nowhere to go. The defense is swarming at the moment. Lambert on Froling, hands it off inside. Heron puts it down. Finally something to cheer for if you're a Jets fan.
Yeah, great movement off the ball by Heron. He knew Lambert was in trouble going up against the very talented Sam Froling, who wasn't going to let it be easy for him.
Heron with 17. Let's flip the question the other way. The Airs know that they're headed for victory here. They know they're playing some good basketball, both ends of the court. Things are going well. What do they work on for the next 12 minutes? Is it just more of the same, or next level? Or do you start to maybe give some players a bit of time off tonight?
Yeah, it's always interesting to see how coaches work that. Obviously, we see the Tuatara get up in some of their games and they leave their starting 5 on for a while before they get their young guys in. And as you've mentioned, every point matters. So coaches do have that type of thinking. Oh, that doesn't look good.
Elijah Mini almost got the steal.
But yeah, that's also a risk of these games, is injuries and, you know, really running your players a lot. Hopefully he's okay. He looks okay.
There was a few concerned looks there for a moment, wasn't there?
But also with these games, when you do get ahead and you can get complacent, you don't want to build bad habits. So they'll definitely be looking to keep their foot on the pedal.
Shot clock at 15. Lane. Moores off the glass. Good setup from those two. First time they've played basketball together. Quashorn Lane and James Moores. Froling. Look at him, surrounded by green. He wanted the call. Block, Froling. Moores picks it up. Back-to-back baskets for him. He's up to 17.
Yeah, great support from James Moores right there just to stay with it.
17 and 9 for him tonight. We might see him get some votes on the MVP through the last quarter. I'm sure the Jets fans will be watching and voting tonight. Turnover off McCarron. Judd, Moores, Lane, finally. Quashorn Lane. Good basket for him. His second of the night now, up to 4 points. Some good signs. 5 assists as well.
Great defensive read there to get in the lane.
Froling and Moores battling away. Lafayette trying to help out as well.
That has been the issue for the Jets tonight, is those second chance rebounds. They just need to stay with it. They need to find a body once that shot goes up.
Lafayette gets one back for the Jets. He's an honest worker, isn't he?
He is. He stays with it. He gets up after it. Yeah, he's been a really impressive local.
Had some injury concerns last year. McCarron with the look away. Not even Quentin Bailey was expecting that.
Oh, he's trying to slide along that baseline for another sneaky one. But this Ayers team really isn't letting up. Look at them just keep that pressure on.
Oh, Liam Judd. That would have brought a little bit of hope and frivolity to the Jets bench at three-quarter time. Not to be, though. Margin at 20. Ayers 78, Jets 58 with 1 to play tonight. Let's take a quick break. Fourth quarter coming up after this.
What
Welcome back. 1 quarter to play here tonight at TSB Stadium, and the home team looking the goods. They might have some large 5 Boroughs pizzas waiting for them after this one. $25. That's this week's special, with thanks to Cells, available till next Tuesday. Crystal Ledger Walker, the stats, the Chemist Warehouse stats being dominated tonight by the big men from the Taranaki Airs.
Yeah, they have absolutely been dominating this game, and one man that has been getting it done is Carlin Davison, as we see him leading the MVP vote. He has been very impressive.
Yeah, there's our first look at the vote. Our viewer vote tonight. You can participate. There's the QR code, mixandpick.com as well. There's some pizzas up for grabs. It's always fun and free, and at the moment, Carlin Davison getting the vote. No love at all for Mustafa Heron from Jets fans. He's got 18. He's the leading scorer. And believe it or not, no love for James Moores. 17 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists on debut tonight for the Jets. I'm sure the Green Army will get involved shortly.
Yeah, come on, Green Army, give your new man some love. He definitely deserves it.
Right on cue. The outside shot, unable to put it down, James Moores.
I like that little set that the Airs run for, you know, Flynn and Cullen to get into the lane and just really get downhill with a lot of momentum.
Another offensive rebound and put back for the Airs. Froling moves to 19 tonight. That's offensive rebound number 17, believe it or not.
Yep, I believe it.
46 points in the paint. Make it 48, in fact. Davison with the rebound. 26 second chance points. 29 points off turnovers. Froling getting up, meeting him. Campbell Scott with the foul. Gee, the young man did his best there.
Yeah, impressive to see him get up, and also impressive to see him sticking with the play. Chasing it down, running hard. That's something that the Jets spoke about before the game, is how hard Froling runs the floor, and that they'd have to slow him down if they could.
He's a fantastic rim runner, isn't he?
He is. They also spoke about jamming their players, which means when the shot goes up or when it changes possession, staying between their basket and their player so that they can't leak out in transition.
Froling converts. Cameron on lane. Who's that come off last? They're both claiming it. Look at Tobias Cameron. I think the Jets are going to get it back here. They're under a bit of pressure in the backcourt, though. I think that's what the coin officials have just spoken about. Heron steps back onto the floor.
Tobias Cameron takes great pride in his defense. He gets up, pressures the ball, he gets out in the lanes and does all the little things that aren't necessarily noticed.
Sorry, I was going to say they've got to go long here, which they did. So they were certainly aware of that backcourt situation. Moore's down low. Got a little bit of a push in the back there from Mitch McCarron.
Great recognition from Campbell Scott to see that mismatch and get it to his big man inside.
Feels like a disco in here tonight. The beats, music pumping.
It does. The lights going at times, the fans getting up and dancing around.
Well, we always talk about the fans and the atmosphere and the music, and you know, there's some fans that love it and some fans that don't. What about as a player out on the floor when you've got that music going on in the background? Do you like it?
Oh, when you're winning and you're feeling good, it definitely adds to the vibe. But when you're losing, I would say you don't really notice. Yeah.
Turn it off. Good enough. Heron. Moores. Again, the battle with Froling. Look at Davison coming across and helping out. 1 swipe, 2 swipes, and the defense won out on the night.
This Airs team is so good defensively. They all get after it. Alan Davidson, a great dig down off his own player.
19 turnovers against the Jets tonight. Flynn Cameron, Davison, Tobias Cameron. Froling, another offensive rebound and putback.
And you just saw that ball movement before that, just snapping the ball around the court. Just moves so fast.
Offensive rebound number 18. Oh, who's James Moore's passing to there? Sam McKinnon gets his first touch of the game. Timeout. The Jets are going to have a chat about that. Margin at 26. Let's bring up the MVP vote. According to you, the viewers, Carlin Davison's still out on top. James Moores finally gets a little bit of love. He probably needs a bit more than that. Nobody's interested in Mustafa Heron tonight. Liam Judd's up to 14%. What has Liam Judd done tonight? 3 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block. That sounds like the family voting there.
Yep, nothing wrong with that. We'll take family votes, friend votes, fan votes, of course.
Gee, Sam Froling, 23 points, 14 rebounds, including 6 offensive rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 9 of 10 from the Chemist Warehouse. And he's currently sitting below Liam Judd.
Yeah, the only negative with him is that he's Australian and, you know, that he... No, not like that. But obviously we have a lot of Kiwi fans here, so we need some more family to come over and start watching these games.
I thought you were about to start a fight in the commentary box tonight.
Oh, I know who I'm sitting next to.
I'd lose. Gee. It's going to be Trans-Tasman battle in the Sky Sport commentary box tonight.
Had to nitpick something, you know.
Back underway, 84-58. 7.5 to play. Fans really enjoying it here tonight, with their team well in control as Lane at turnover number 21 for the Jets.
Yeah, and that one's just really unfortunate. Just slipped out of his hands. So we see him wipe his hands on his shorts just there.
Davison checks his feet, adds 3. Carlin Davison is having some sort of a night.
What can't he do tonight?
23 and 10 for Carlin Davison. A couple of steals and a block. Some highlight dunks as well, which you would expect. Heron to add 3 of his own, he does. Such a pure shooter, Mustafa Heron, isn't he?
Yeah, really wish that they could have got him more involved early in this game, because he is a scoring machine and can get it going, especially if he gets hot.
Froling doubled, just steps out of the double with ease and hands it off to McCarron into the corner. Davison back to back. No, Froling, another offensive rebound. Number 7 for him. Cameron off the glass. Gee, it just looks all too easy.
It does. The ball is moving great. The rebounds are just falling in their hands. And yeah, Froling just so impressive out of that double.
Another turnover. Cameron upstairs to his brother. Oh, the Cameron boys. How about that?
Family reunion upstairs for them.
Smiles all round here in New Plymouth tonight. Have a look at this. How good was that? Play of the night.
For sure. And love that it is brother to brother. Flynn was like, here you go, take this nice and easy one.
Well, that's got to be right up there on the best 5 plays of round 8. Party time here in New Plymouth tonight. And I don't know that there's going to be a better highlight than that one.
Yeah, that was a good one. Carlin Davison had his big dunk. He'll have something to say about play of the night.
Froling can't put it down. Again, they battle on the boards, the airs. It's just non-stop, isn't it? Lane surrounded, nowhere to go. Finds Moores. Little bunny, he can't put that down. Davison, Nico Hill's into the action now.
Licking his fingers after that three. Looking good. Great find from Davison to see him out there and whip that back to him.
Well, they are officially having fun, the Airs. Can I say that?
Yes, you can say that.
Officially having a good time. Look at the pass. And the finish from Nico Hill.
We said it earlier, Nico Hill has absolutely stood out in the Rapid League and earned his minutes in these main games when he gets it and shows it with that three.
Margin at 33 as Lachlan Crate misses from the Chemist Warehouse. Still half a quarter to play here. Eagles are going to keep their foot on the gas. These young bucks running around. Frolling's only 24. Davison 20. Flynn Cameron, what's he? 23, 24. Davison smiling as he heads back down to play defense. He's got 25.
Yeah, and a lot of those have come out when he gets momentum downhill. From this little drop pass that we see Flynn fake and take himself.
That's a training run. Sorry. Let's call it what it is. Jets defensively. I mean, that is dead set throwing the towel in. Flynn Cameron is just performing party tricks out there, Crystal.
Oh, he is. That was my highlight of the game. That is hard to do, and to throw it through your legs while you're going like that and not trip on the ball, impressive.
15 for him, 16 now. Davison has 25, Froling has 23, Tobias Cameron has 16. They are all getting amongst it. And it's a tough night at the office for the Manawatū Jets. They've just got to dig and find something here in the next 4 minutes. Take something out of the game. This would help. Crate in the corner, misses everything, hangs his head. And now commits the foul as well. Going to be a long drive home.
It is, and that's something that they've just kind of done all night, is given up on plays. We saw it with the second chance points right at the start. We saw it here when he dropped his head for that split second and got behind on defense, forced him to foul there. Yeah, just making it a little bit harder than it needs to be when you take just those slight seconds to just, you know, have a little bit of a pity party.
Sorry, what? A pity party?
Yeah, I think the coach told me that one time.
Oh, I like it. Never heard that before. That's going into the repertoire.
Well, you can steal it. I'll give it to you.
You haven't got a trademark on that, have you?
No.
Pity party?
No. I definitely stole that from someone else.
Froling 15 rebounds, Davison 11. 48-33 the rebound count tonight. 20 offensive rebounds for the Airs. 36 points off turnovers they've scored. That is wild. 30 points, second chance. Some quite incredible stats tonight. How did Davison grab that? Draws the foul, has a practice dunk.
All right, just testing out the rim, making sure it's still there.
Not an easy pass to take. He wanted the 2 shots, by the way. Just the 3rd team foul, maybe the 4th. In fact, has he been teed up, or has he been warned about being teed up if he swings on the ring like that again? Just saw Callum Welsh come across. We've got a timeout here. It'll be interesting to see what happens when we come back from that timeout. Callum Welsh, the coin official, definitely walked across to Carlin Davison and had a chat with him about that. I guess we'll find out in a few minutes' time.
Let's see what they'll do about that.
Let's have a look at that MVP poll again. Here we go. So Davison out on top, 53%. James Moores has jumped up a bit. I'm surprised that Sam Froling hasn't had some more love tonight. Flynn Cameron is in there. Liam Judd is at 15%. I'm completely and utterly shocked by that. I've got to tell you, if that's not friends and family and every mate that Liam Judd's got in New Zealand voting, maybe it's a lot of people that just love the long locks and the flows.
Right. That or one of those things, or we've been hacked.
Yeah, it hasn't been the best night for Liam, but he's had a few going around with him as well. Mind you, he's had some big games this season, some really big games. I think the viewers so far, though, at the top have got it right. Carlin Davison, for me, the MVP.
Yeah, absolutely. He was on double-double watch in that first half and absolutely came out firing in the third in all ways possible. Got some outstanding dunks, hit some threes, moved the ball, had some great assists. He was great tonight.
Shot the ball at 60% as well.
Yeah, and how many times did he get to the Chemist Warehouse line as well?
10. Froling also got there 10 times. Oh, Daron Rakawa. They go past the century mark. Just so many weapons in this team, isn't there?
Yeah, so deep. We've spoken about it all night, that they have depth, that they have a lot of experience, and a lot of young guys that are willing to learn of these vets that they have on their team. And we've seen their improvement already over the season.
Won 4 of their last 5. Their losses are interesting. Went down to the Saints and had no Mitch McCarron that night, as they had another triple. Rakawa back-to-back. No Mitch McCarron that night. Of course, he was over in the States being inducted into the Metro State Hall of Fame. They went down to the Rams by 3.
Oh, what a game
last
that was.
week in a thriller. Yeah, Lockie Albrecht coming up big late. But that one could have gone either way. It was a real thriller. And they had that loss against the Tuatara as well, who are top of the table. But outside of that, I mean, they have seriously stitched up a few teams as well.
Yeah, they're looking very good. And like you mentioned, that Rams game could have gone either way. And I loved the battle inside between Froling and Albrecht. Yeah, two of the best posts that have been these ways in a very long time. They look very good.
2 Australians, by the way, Crystal. Just wanted to get one left hook back in there.
I'll let you have it. I'll let you have it.
Gave me a real uppercut before.
It's keeping you on your toes.
42-point margin. I mean, this is one of the biggest wins of the season right now. Corner, 3. Oh, they're just knocking them down from everywhere. Nico Hill.
Yeah, he did not cool off in that break he had between the Rapid League game and getting back on the court.
Richards, Judd, Crate, Lane, dribbles into trouble. Has to back it out. Now over the top of Quentin Bailey. Tough shot. And they'll go again, the Airs. They've already put 108 on the board. Nico Hill waiting for it in the corner. Xavier Adam out there now as well. He played really well tonight in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. They're just raffling it here. Mini, short on the shot.
Campbell Scott has been one player for the Jets tonight that has done some good things, made some great reads.
He just doesn't stop trying. Comes up with his own board there, hands it over to Lane, who hits from outside. It's all rudimentary though from here. Down by 42 with a minute to play. Adam back to Rakawa. Quentin Bailey creating a bit of a distraction. Shot is long. And that there sums up the night for the Jets. Another turnover. That's number 23.
Yeah, Just a lot of sloppy passes, sloppy hands for the Jets tonight. But in saying that, it has been, a new team and they're getting used to each other, and that's an easy fix moving forward. They clean up some of those, that will cut this lead or take a lot of points off that was scored tonight.
Happy crowd tonight here in New Plymouth. Next up for the Airs, they take on the Hawks on Wednesday night, so it's a quick turnaround. Back here at home, if you haven't got your tickets to that one, all the locals get out and support this team. They're a lot of fun to watch. Keanu Rasmussen, not sure if he'll be back for the Hawks. Lane adds another late basket.
I hope so, because when he is, that Hawks team looks really good. And between him and Isaiah Moore, they're a great backcourt pair.
Liam Judd, I should say, on the reverse. Gee, the floor wipers had to get off the floor quickly then. And that'll just about do us. Big win tonight for the Airs. Nico Hill looking for something late. 108-70, they get home by 38. Gee, it was impressive right from the start. Out of the blocks hard. And some huge individual performances by the men in black this evening. Happy hometown fans. They get their 7th win of the season, 7-3, as they really start to cement their place in the final 6. Long way to go still yet. The Jets sink to 1-9. We know they've got some new pieces. It's going to take some time, but tonight they were a fair way off the pace. Let's have a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats. Crystal.
That guy right there, the leading scorer of the game, Carlin Davison, he was very impressive on both ends of the floor, gave us some great highlights. Also the Cameron brothers there had that nice little dunk to each other. They were good. And then, the Jets just got in foul trouble and took their scorers out for pieces of the game that the Airs were just able to blow out. And those two men that were on double-double watch at the start got it done in the end. Yeah,
huge, weren't they? Sam Froling and Carlin Davison. Let's tip the hat also to James Moore's on debut in the Sal's NBL. 17 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists for him. Mitch McCarron, Flynn Cameron, raffling around the dimes as well. And some really big blocks in this game. Bit of fun. There were some highlights, none bigger than what we saw in that last quarter between Flynn Cameron and Tobias Cameron. That is one that the Cameron family will be watching for many, many years to come, I think.
Yes, they definitely need to get that highlight play clipped up and on a highlight reel and out on TikTok.
Here's what's coming up. 2 games to come in round 8. Bulls and the Saints tomorrow. Note the early start. Rapid League from 12. Sal's NBL from 1. That game live and free on Sky Open as well. What a showdown it will be. Bulls and the Saints, 2 of the powerhouses in season 2024. Tomorrow night, the Giants and the Phi. The Giants coming off that great win against the Saints in the capital last week. They will start favourites there. And then round 9 tips off on Wednesday night right here on Sky Sport. The Airs back at home. The Hawks about to pay them a visit. Tonight, though, the Airs get home. Masterful display. Big, big winners. One of the biggest of the season. The Jets go home empty-handed. 108-70. On behalf of Crystal Ledger-Walker, we're about to go into round 3 boxing match as we get off air. New Zealand versus Australia tonight, if you don't mind. Hope you've enjoyed the night. Stay safe. We'll be back with more Sal's NBL tomorrow. We'll see you then.